Now, I need an assistant. One person, an adult. Don't worry, it won't be painful. Please, it'll only take a moment. Nobody? Nobody at all? Thank you, sir. As I said, with so many knives in the hands of just about everyone, one of the main self-defense necessities was to prevent you from being stabbed. Now what you're going to do is you're going to try and stab me in the chest. Now, he wasn't committed enough. You need to be a bit more serious about it. That's better. Now, he was trying a lot harder, and that's good. So, thank you, I hope it didn't hurt. No, good. Let's look into how that was done. Well, the second one, when I got the full technique to start to happen, do it slowly. Because the first thing to do is stop the knife arriving. So my initial block was the scissors block, as it's called. Good and strong. If I'm if I'm moving into it correctly, it doesn't really matter how hard he's coming at me. I'll brace against it and the knife won't arrive. But if that's all I do, he can always start again. And maybe the second time it won't work. And that's when the proper fundamental aspects of martial arts come into play. Every martial art that works, no matter where you come from, is founded upon stance, footwork and movement. If you've got good stance, good footwork, sometimes you don't even need anything else. Because evasion, not being where the attack's happening, is a brilliant way to go. If you haven't got good footwork, it doesn't matter how fancy your techniques are with your hands or your weapons, it'll never work as well. So, in terms of taking this defence, again slowly, first thing I do is I pass slightly forward and to the side, which means I'm taking myself out of his main line of attack. The other thing that I haven't done is I haven't tried to stop him at that point. I'm letting him continue, and I'm continuing to rotate. I'm unrolling my scissors block, taking his wrist, and taking the other one down, using his momentum against him. Now, fully, I can bear him to the ground. I might at that point just disarm him, and if he's not completely inebriated or totally mad, he'll think, well, that didn't work, maybe I'll just go home, apologise and go home. Otherwise, because of that position I've got him in, I could dislocate his shoulder, I could break his arm, or if I was really nasty, I could stab him with his own knife. If you give it back to me for a moment, please. The attack might not come from above, so the next one is you're going to try and stab me in the stomach. Now that's essentially the same follow-up. I'll try and do the other one. Right, that's better. Slightly better, you okay? Yep. Oh, fine. Slightly less successful than it might be because of his height, but it wasn't bad. So what I've done again, my footwork starts off by getting me slightly out of the way. My parry deflects the weapon. I followed that up the first time reflexively by rolling his arm, taking the control as I had done with the other one. The other technique involves bringing my free arm across his throat. Now, if he's a suitable height, you can do that with commitment, crush his larynx, a basic full-on chop. If I don't want to do that, I can bear him over backwards, retain control of his knife hand, bear him to the ground, sit on him, take his knife off him, persuade him not to be such an idiot, or take some more substantive action. Thank you very much. Give this brave gentleman a round of applause. I'm very grateful to him for his assistance. those are only two of literally hundreds of variants of self-defense techniques that occur in these manuals of this period. But they illustrate the fundamental principles of martial arts: evasion, deflection, and using your opponent's strength against them. These fundamental principles of martial arts are already hundreds and hundreds of years old in European martial arts in the year 1600.